Los Angeles, California, we're the mad scientist party hour.
Hello there, friends, and welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who is refusing to wear pants and underwear and is currently jacking his boner off in front of an audience of terrified hostages. That's Jeff Clark.
Hey, what's up? You hear the gardeners?
I don't. I'll just assume
you will soon. Don't worry, they're getting closer.
And transmitting to us from Uranus, the bearded booger-eating space monster known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo! Brap, brap.
And joining us once again for the first show of 2025, Mr. Alex Wilson.
Hey guys, so nice to be here.
I like
Very
that
excited.
we all have wall art now. Alex, you look like you have the a framed section of that like cup design from the early 90s.
Yeah, that's what I requested when I checked into this hotel. I was just like, I'm really looking for some like late 80s, early 90s nostalgia.
They
Where
nailed it.
are you visiting? Or where
Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm at a work conference, so I decided to come down a little early for it.
When does the conference start?
Tomorrow morning. I've been down here since Saturday.
Fuck yeah, dude. What'd you get into over the weekend?
Found a speakeasy bar in Cosmopolitan, which was pretty cool. It was all like ski lodge themed. You've ever seen that movie Out Cold?
Oh yeah, that movie's awesome.
It's basically like if you made that movie into a bar.
Shuddy looks like he's a character in Out Cold right now for our YouTube viewers.
Shuddy Boy made the comment to Draven earlier today that I'm very upset that we're recording today because we just got 3 inches of fresh pow pow.
I'll give you some 3 inches of fresh pow pow if you want.
I'd love to be snowboarding right now.
And you couldn't have said that any gayer.
I mean, Shuddy, you could have gone for a morning thingy. What is it? Almost 5 o'clock over there?
I wish I could have. I did have to work today.
Oh, so we're cock-blocked you, not us.
I mean, all of my jobs cock-blocked me today. All of my jobs cock-blocked me.
You know you should get, you know how they have those like fingerboards, the skateboards? You should get like the snowboard version. So on days when you can't go, just have like a little mountain of salt and be like, oh, I'm shredding the gnar.
Those things are fucking awesome.
My cousin came out yesterday.
Congratulations to him.
No, he came to visit, and we went so we could go. Good. I was hoping that we could just gloss past the way I phrased it at first.
Nope.
But he visited for us to go get Korean barbecue yesterday. And
boner time.
He brought his snowboard for me to tune, and he's like, you just do it whenever you have time. I'm like, no, Scott, you don't understand what kind of gift you've given me. I am so excited to sharpen your edges and wax your base.
Jesus Christ, Shuddy Boy. You've turned into like
those two I did on purpose. I did those two. That was on purpose.
You're
that
like
all
Boyle
purpose.
from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I'll edge you and wax your base.
Yeah. My cousin came out, so I immediately waxed his board.
Edge his base, wax his board. You know, you do that for whenever your cousin comes out.
So, Alex, do you like? How often do you do these conferences? Like, how often do you get sent out on the road?
This is like a once a year thing. I work. I don't know. I'm not sure how anyone wants to hear about my work. Basically,
I do.
The group I work for does a conference once a year, and last year it was in Milwaukee in winter, and everyone complained. So they were like, "All right, we get it. No
We
one
heard
wanted
you."
to go to Milwaukee in winter." Um, so they did Vegas this year in January, and I
My
was like, "Yep, great, thank you."
I mean, it is still cold in Vegas in January.
I mean, 60s,
Oh, really?
but
Oh, that's not too
yeah,
bad.
like not too bad.
The
It
first
was
not
time,
like
compared to
65. The
fucking
nights get a little
Wisconsin.
cold.
the first time I went to Vegas, I think I was 23, and went like the week right before Christmas. So it was cold and empty. There was nobody in Vegas.
Oh yeah, and it's just like completely dead.
Yeah. So that ski themed bar that you went to, that does kind of sound cool. I don't really fuck around too much when I go to Vegas in the Cosmopolitan, but like outside of the decor, did they have like alcoholic hot chocolates? Was there anything else ski themed there?
Yeah, well, there was a few cool things. All the cocktails were like ski themed. I got like they had alcoholic hot chocolates loaded with marshmallows. You could get these ski
Sick.
shots. So if they would bring them out on like a ski with holes cut in them for the
Oh,
shots, and you would all like throw the ski back. And then they
I did that in
had
Colorado.
yeah,
Those are
it's
cool.
kind of very much like that. And then they would bring out these little fires, campfires, and you could roast your own marshmallows and make
Oh,
s'mores and
sick.
shit.
Man,
It
that
was
sounds
super
awesome.
cool. And the entrance for it was just like a maintenance store with a little like skier logo like that big on it.
No shit.
Yeah, it was super fun.
So
It
when
wasn't
you
like hard to find, but it was kind of a little hidden and there were no windows in it and there were stickers all over the place and it was just a fun spot.
This was like a ski themed speakeasy.
Yeah, it was like a ski lodge themed speakeasy.
Oh, dude. I think shared this with Kevin, but everyone here would like this. I think I haven't been there. My buddy Oz went there, but in Long Beach, they opened up a Japanese themed speakeasy called Tokyo Nor. I think they got like one of those like what are they called? Like ice masters, guys who like will carve up ice with a knife and shit.
dude, those
Oh
get
shit, that's cool.
they get shown to me endlessly on fucking Instagram. Like suggested
Yeah.
reels, it's always some like Japanese dude just like spinning and chopping up a piece of ice and turning it into like a Zelda rupee.
Yeah. My buddy said it was good. He said you need a reservation though, and it is expensive. Neither one of those things are surprising, but I
Well,
don't know.
Alex, did your company send other people out besides you, and are any of them your homies that you can go on like Vegas adventures with?
A little bit. I had a friend meet me this weekend. He was from Florida, so he just flew out since they were kind of paying for a little bit of stuff. So I was like, just fly out, hang out here, and I'll and we can just chill and catch up a little bit. So he was here this weekend and he left this morning. I have a few kind of work friends coming, but we'll see. There's this hotel I'm now staying at. I was staying at Caesars and now I'm staying at like a different hotel. And it seems pretty cool. There's a lot of really good looking restaurants. Like every place you go is tries to sell you that like Wagyu steak. Everywhere's like, we got Wagyu steak. We got that A5 Wagyu steak. You want like it's $60 an ounce. You want an ounce of it?
Why not eight? Just get 8 ounces.
Get
Fucking
get
treat
get
yourself,
16
dog. It's
ounces.
Vegas.
Yeah.
Love it.
Let's see if they got a tomahawk ribeye of Wagyu steak back there.
Yeah, you fucking pussies do the big 72 or the big 76er. Is that what it was in the Great Outdoors?
Oh, I don't
I don't
remember,
know.
but
Is that a movie reference?
yeah.
Yeah, they had a giant steak on the menu and you had to eat the whole thing to get it for free.
Oh, and
it
they
was
had
like,
to eat the gristle, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Get
Yep.
him a dessert."
Yeah, John Candy does it.
Oh, no shit.
It's a good movie.
Do you have any hot work friends that could possibly get like wasted and you have some funny stories at the at work on Monday or next week?
You know, I don't honestly know too many of the people at this conference. There's I think like 100 and some people coming, and I know like my boss and like five other people. So we'll see, maybe.
That's perfect. That's a great position to be in.
do you plan on visiting the Bunny Ranch while you're in Nevada?
You know, I looked up the Uber cost, and it was just a little too high.
Yeah, wait till you see how much the Bunny Ranch costs.
Well, it was pretty much the same cost. It was like paying twice.
Yeah.
I even tried to put in Shuddy as a discount code, but it didn't give me that much off.
But if you go to bapsnow.com and put Shuddy in, you'll get free shipping.
You should, if you go to Vegas, you should bring one of those Bath stickers there. They put them up in the ski lodge. They were like covered in stickers. They put up one of mine.
I hope I really, because I can tell how much Shuddy loves the fact that he has a discount code. If anybody that listens to us, we were kind of talking last week about like if any Puminati have unique jobs. If anybody owns like a dildo store, could you please make
Geoff.
a discount for like the biggest, most lethal looking dildo you have and give the promo code Shuddy for it? I just want Shuddy. I just want that hear that same giddiness. If you want a dildo that'll fucking wreck your asshole, promo code Shuddy will get you the man rammer for 20% off.
You get, if you upgrade to the War Horse, you can get 25% off. Promo named Shuddy.
Oh. Well, Alex, it's good to see you, man.
Good to
How
see
was
you guys.
how was your 2024?
2024, I don't know, ups and downs like every year. I'm still stuck that I feel like it should be 2019. Like I'm still stuck pre-pandemic in my mind a little bit. So every year that goes by, I kind of feel like I'm still chilling back there right before 2020, pretending it's not real.
Yeah, so is my whole website that I write for. I get you.
Yeah, my New Year's was, as boring as all the previous ones. Carl and I just watched The Matrix. I feel like since like Letterboxd pretty much controls my life. It's my favorite app. I like that the yearly stats, they tell you the first movie you watch every year and the final movie you watch every year, so I try to like make them bangers. And when I suggested The Matrix, she was sold on it. I know Dom is probably very bummed out listening to this, because he finds The Matrix to be a one-dicker.
Yikes.
But
well, we already pissed Dom off enough.
It's in good company though with Goodfellas in the one dick rating.
Yeah,
that is true.
a Dom one dick is a Jeff Clark 5 dick.
I have to confess something about Letterboxd. I finally, after like 3 years of using it, figure out now how to use it. I was just rating movies. I did not know how to like log them. So when you were talking about like, oh, these year-end reviews of your movies, I was like, why don't I get those? Where are my year-end reviews? And now in the past like 4 months, I've actually started logging the fucking movies I watch.
Yeah, they don't really explain it that well. And I've noticed that, Bill Clark, Jeff's brother, who's probably as much of a cinephile as I am, but could potentially even be more of one. He never logs his movies. He just marks them as watched.
Yeah, he might not know.
I don't even go that far. I pay for premium and almost always forget to rate. Like, I went to the cinema Saturday and still haven't rated the film.
Oh, what'd you see? You can rate it here.
Nosferatu.
Oh, and I know Jeff was going to see that too. I did see Bill's, because I know if I know Bill is going to see a movie, I'll just click on the movie and I can see his score. It won't show up in my feed because he doesn't log them. But I saw that Bill liked it. But
What did he score it?
He gave it a 4.
Did you see it, Kevin?
Oh yeah, yeah. I reviewed it last week.
Last week, right?
Did we?
Yeah.
I think you gave it a 4 or 5, right?
Yeah. 4.5. I know it's not as exciting as what's happening on your other monitor, Shuddy, but yeah, I did review it.
No, I remember. I remember you talking about it a little bit. Oh shit!
It was a little long.
I got a whole.
No, you know what? I do remember you
talking.
talking.
Yeah,
I do
let's do
remember
it.
you talking about it now because we were talking about Lily Rose Depp. What did you think, Jeff?
No, I mean I hated it.
Hold on. Can we just step back, Jeff? Slide back a little bit.
There was zero football.
Let us, or actually stand up. Let us see what your shirt says.
Oh,
The Dog Father, and it's just the silhouette of Lil Mama.
That's fucking rude.
dude. Cheech has a fucking a shirt with Allie's, like a picture of Allie and just her name on it. He got it for Christmas. He kept saying how he wanted Allie merchandise, and I don't know, someone got it from him, my mom or Erica. My brother's girlfriend Erica bought me this shirt last Christmas, and it didn't get here on time. So she said that, like, I don't know, she issued a complaint with like the company or Amazon or whoever. And was like, hey, we never got our shirt. So they sent another one. And so I got two of these shirts. Just just the first one showed up a little late. And I used it as like a post workout shirt. So I just got back from the gym and I'm rocking this, but it is fucking sweet. And
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, whenever I go to Trader Joe's, someone will say something. We'll have one of the guys, like, there's this funny old dude who's been outside of Trader Joe's for a long time now, getting money for like Salvation Army or something. And every now and then when I'm wearing this, he'll say, "Oh, you're wearing my shirt again." I laugh. It's kind of funny. But so I actually spent, and this will get back into Nosferatu, but I actually had a pretty good Christmas Eve, or not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Very low key as well. But it was just me and Cheech. We tag teamed at DiGiorno's. I smoked a cigar, had like 5 beers, a glass of wine,
Poof.
had some cannoli dip from Trader Joe's, some Christmas cookies. It was fucking fun. We watched Air and The Big Short.
Oh, the Nike movie, Air?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. I like that movie.
Yeah, I remember you liking it and talking it up, and that, I mean, I was going to see it anyways, but your positive review of it definitely got me to watch it quicker. And that was probably the second or third time I've seen it. And it is a really, really good movie. Dude, that fucking soundtrack bangs. I've been listening to some of the 80s songs that they had in that movie. I like that soundtrack a lot, but it was a fun, like, low key New Year's Eve, and I'm chilling with Cheech, and he was like, "Hey, dude, me and Bill are going to see Nosferatu on Thursday." I was like, "Oh, well, you guys weren't going to invite me? Like, you already bought the tickets?" Like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You figured you wouldn't want to go. It's a Thursday too.
Yeah,
but
there's no football in it.
Right. Well, also Thursday is there's Thursday night football, but this past Thursday was the first Thursday since the beginning of September with no Thursday night football. It's done until next year. So I was like, I want to go see this movie. Fucking Kevin liked it. I'll give me something to talk about in MSPH. Like, I want to go. Like, I'm down. So I bought a ticket and we went to In-N-Out beforehand, across the street from the theater. And we're talking about it at In-N-Out, and Bill's just like, why are you here? I was like, like, I want to see this movie. He's like, dude, this is not a Jeff Clark movie. Like, you're not going to like this one. I was like, how do you know that? He's like, well, how about other Robert Eggers films? Like, did you like The Lighthouse? Did you like The Witch? I was like, no. Oh no. Oh, no.
It's like dawning on you.
Yeah.
Oh, what have I done?
I started to come to grips with the fact that I was probably not going to like the movie. But again, I had really nothing else to do that night. I mean,
were you like looking up alternate showtimes? Like, is there something I could trade my ticket in for? Like,
no,
Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Like,
well, I have this other thing where I've actually never been to a movie by myself. Like, I've never been to a theater by myself. And
I've only done it once, and I don't like it.
Yeah. I thought it was weird, but until I was in college, and I like a lot of like my college buddies have like gone to the theaters by themselves, and Kevin does, my brothers do. Like, I think we're in the minority, Shuddy, significantly, actually.
I mean, it makes
all the
sense.
time in college.
I mean, it
classes.
makes sense being okay going to the movies by yourself because you're not talking to anybody during it.
Yeah.
Like, so it's really not that weird. I understand that we're in the minority, but I went and saw The Wolfman by myself. And that's the only movie I've ever gone to by myself. I can't bring myself to go.
Oh, the Guillermo one?
Yeah, the Guillermo one, not the one with Ruth from not the new one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that movie's
Oh, wait.
just coming out. I thought. Okay. So we get
No,
to
that
the
was
theater.
I got the wrong Del Toro, the Benicio one.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
Benicio was the Wolf Man.
I really like that one. My homie Andy wrote that movie.
Did he? Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
did say that.
Name drop.
So
And it had Agent Smith in it.
yeah, Hugo Weaving.
Yep.
So
V.
yeah.
V for Vendetta.
Yes, also correct.
So where did Nosferatu go wrong for you, Jeff? Was it the schlong?
Well,
Was it the schlong?
Was it the opening black and white sequence?
before I fucking even got there, I got there and there was no ticket in my Apple wallet, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I
So
think
I
that was the universe trying to spare you.
So I accidentally, yeah, maybe. Well, I accidentally bought a ticket for January 1st instead of January 2nd when they were gone or going.
Oh.
So I'm like in the fucking, I'm like looking for it. I can't find it. And then I realized that it was in my expired passes thing. And I was like, oh shit. So I went and bought another ticket. So I effectively spent $40 to see a fucking movie I didn't even like. But we start watching it, and like the opening scene is like kind of creepy, right? You know, it's gothic. It's this fucking lady canoodling with Nosferatu. I don't know why she did that, but whatever. Like she's summoning this fucking ghoul. And I'm like, all right, this is old and timey. I guess I could have kind of seen this coming, but then the title card comes up years later, and like I perk up a little bit, and I'm like hoping, like, can we get some like
Cars?
70s or 80s pop? Like, are we gonna like how many years later? And then you see motherfuckers in like some village, and there's horses, and like it's clearly not modern times. It's like, oh no. And then like a few minutes later, the title card comes up, Germany, 1838. And at that point I knew it was fucked. I was like, oh, I made a mistake. I should not be here. I should not be at this movie.
They didn't have cars then. No.
Yeah. Like I knew immediately when Germany like if we had to discuss, like start ranking eras and times we would least like to be in, Germany 1838, it's going to be pretty high on my list of where I have no interest in that at all. I want nothing to do with that scene. And yeah, it was his name's Robert Eggers, right? That's his name, the director. Yeah, I mean, if you liked his other movies or you didn't like his other movies, then I mean, you kind of can predict how Nosferatu would go for you. And
yeah, he's got a style. He sticks to it. He doesn't really do any modern day shit. I think probably the most modern movie he did was The Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Well, you didn't the amount of Jeff C. Tit didn't pull it up any for you?
No, they were not fun tits at all. Not even remotely. Yeah, I mean, Jeff could have seen Tit in the Substance, but my brother's shielded me from watching that. Like, you do not want to do, you like, my brother like made like a big thing, or not a big thing, but he's like, dude, I guarantee you're gonna hate this movie. Do not go. Like, you do not want to see this one.
It is really gross, and you'd just be like, oh. And then there's like the camera like right in a fucking ass crack, and you'd be like, oh, okay. And then it's like back to the oh. That would be a journey for you. I would like to sit with you. If you ever do decide to watch The Substance, please let me know and I'll come over.
Make it a commentary track on Patreon.
Yeah, it'll just be like,
Well, I'm gonna have a Super Bowl party. You're invited to that as well, and I'll throw it on the top screen if you want.
no, it needs your full attention. I need to be there for every
Wendy Moore's hot, and she finally won an award, her first acting award ever. I'm sure you watched the Golden Globes, Kevin, right?
No.
Really?
But I checked the results. No, I'm not. Award shows are tough. There's so much filler. They go on way longer than they need to. They're kind of like football games. It's like there's so little time where the stuff you want to happen is actually happening, and then the rest of it you're just like, Like if I still had like, I guess I could have done it like on like Peacock or something. I don't even know what streaming service has it, but just pause it and then check in a couple hours and fast forward through the boring shit. The Golden Globes, like, I do not understand their fucking categories. The categories are a fucking mess. They're also stupid, and then they don't even stick to them. They have a drama category, and then a drama movie will win in the comedy/musicals category. It's like
The Martian. The Martian is the perfect example of that. That's
Well, I
the
think-
Golden Globe for best comedy.
yeah, like the bear, like Ginger and Juice likes to bring this up every Golden Globes, but the bear always wins for best comedy, and it's a drama, and there's a drama category. Like, the categories themselves, even if they kept to them, are stupid. And then they don't even keep to their own stupid categories. It's just a fucking mess. So,
Well, you know,
I don't
that's
really-
what happens when you let a bunch of foreigners.
Kevin,
Oh,
what
dang.
what categories would you
Love that
have? Like, if you
commentary.
divided them up,
MAGA
like, would you
Shuddy
do like
knows.
half-hour shows, hour shows, kind of thing, or
I would...
what's
Man,
your
this is-
solution?
My solution would be to anybody who watched... I watched this with my mom because we had a lot of downtime over Christmas, but we rented Saturday Night, the movie about like the 90 minutes leading up to the first SNL broadcast. And it shows a lot of Lorne Michaels looking at this layout board with all these index cards stuck to it, and he's like, I just want to make the craziest variety show ever. We're going to have a couple musical performances, there's going to be skits, there's going to be stand-up from George Carlin. And the board was like over 3 hours worth of shit, and they're like, dude, you realize we have like 60, 90 minutes or whatever. And like, I would look at that board and be like, okay, we don't need a musical performance here, we don't need this, we don't need a stupid dance number here. Like, just stick to the fucking awards. Like, you guys want to write some jokes? You want some silly scripted banter? Keep it tight. And then we just move on to the next award.
You better, I mean, these words might come back to bite you. You're going to want to go to the Golden Globes one day. Maybe you're there accepting an award, all crying and shit.
Look, if I'm there to accept an award, that cool. But like, I still don't want to sit through. But it's also like, I'm not into much mainstream music, so anybody that is going to be of the caliber of performing live at the Golden Globes, I really don't have too much interest in watching.
If you got asked to present, would you do the dumb, silly banter?
Yeah, but I would be like, can we just keep it brief?
Oh, no, you got to play the game.
Like
That's
you
what-
and Anne Hathaway up there?
All I'm doing, like, let's be honest with ourselves, that day will never come. But I'm strictly from a viewer's perspective, there's too much filler. The same thing goes with the Oscars. Like, just trim the fat. It doesn't need to be that long of a production. Give out the awards. I am genuinely interested in who wins them. I was cool seeing Shogun win some stuff. I've always been a big fan of Hiroyuki Sanada, and seeing him win for Shogun was dope. But like, I don't know, I'm not there for silly dance numbers or anything. It's an award show. Just do the fucking awards and let's go home.
Just
it-
read the fucking names and get on with it. All right.
Keep it with an hour so I can just go back to putting on The Office or something.
That's fair.
But let's go back to Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, one dick. It was scary. I was unsettled for most of it. I just didn't believe it.
There were some good jump scare parts, especially at the beginning. I do.
Yeah, what did
agree
you
with
like
that.
about it, Shuddy?
I mean, it really annoyed me, the constant flipping back and forth between color and black and white. I mean, I understand why it was done, and I understand that it was black and white at nighttime, but I felt that was annoying.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
You're anti A24 as well. I know you've kind of backed off a little bit on that. You're not as anti A24, but did this give you old school douchebag A24 vibes?
A little bit. There,
lot of
especially
it.
at
I
the
mean-
especially at the beginning, before the action sort of, the quote unquote action picked up. Like at one point, I was just like, Lily Rose Depp should just be in an asylum because she is acting fucking deranged. Like, I mean, it turned out she was right 100%, but she just, in my opinion, chewed up the scenery and just went for it in every scene she was in.
She was great.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't dislike it like you did. I'm waffling between 3.5 and 4. 4 dicks. But I think it was maybe a half hour too long. And I don't understand, spoiler alert, how her husband made it back in the same amount of time as the boat, which would be able to travel much quicker. Got to. Granted, I know most of the journey the boat was not piloted because they were all dead, but still.
I wasn't even keeping track of those timelines.
So it took the boat 6 weeks, just like it took him almost dead only 6 weeks to get back.
I don't even remember a boat.
Man, well, I did appreciate. I saw there's like a handful of people complaining about it, but I like the new look that they gave Nosferatu. I thought he was fucking creepy looking.
Mark has a fun review on Letterboxd about the look of Count Orlok. Draven read it to me Saturday on the way home. I'm pulling it up right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm distracted every time Nosferatu's bushy mustache is on screen.
Yeah. It's too long, though, and I'm distracted every time Nosferatu's bushy mustache is on screen.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little artsy, and I did get a bit of a heads up from some people who are into Robert Eggers movies that there was long stretches where it's kind of slow. But Carl and I, like, I'm usually more forgiving of the artsy fartsy crap, but Carl and I were on the same page of it being like, I don't know, like even in the downtime, I was still completely engaged and enjoyed it. And the scenery was really cool. It had a really awesome, creepy, gothic vibe.
It did. I also didn't like that it wasn't widescreen.
I noticed that too. Yeah,
but I didn't notice.
Why are they stretching it out?
I didn't notice it until about halfway through the movie, and I had taken some of my weed syrup before the movie, so I was pretty baked, and I was like, I really want to know if it was like this the whole time, and I'm just noticing now. But I saw it at an AMC, and because the sides of the screen had nothing going on and were just black, the fucking floor lights were just washing it all out. It was obnoxious.
I also saw it on AMC. I noticed that, like, when the movie started and didn't expand, I was like, "What the fuck?" Wasn't the lighthouse on like a shorter?
Yeah, the lighthouse was done in pillar box aspect ratio, which is like, I forget the number, but it's essentially just a square.
This guy, man, this fucking guy has some balls.
I mean, did you see the lighthouse?
No.
It's basically about getting cabin fever. So the aspect ratio is kind of meant to make you feel a little claustrophobic.
I gotcha.
I mean, I liked The Northman a lot that he did.
That actually was a pretty good movie, yeah.
Yeah, Carl and I just rewatched that. And we watch The Witch every Halloween. I think.
Do you remember who's in The Witch, Jeff? Do you remember the character from The Witch that we talked about last week?
Yeah. Black Phillip.
Oh, African American Philip.
The Black Phillip Show is one of my favorite fucking podcasts ever. I didn't realize that was the devil, though, or whatever.
Have you? I'm guessing you haven't seen Nosferatu yet, Alex?
No, I haven't seen The Witch. I haven't seen
God
Lighthouse.
bless you,
I've seen Northman. I feel like I'd have a similar Jeff reaction.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm on Team Jeff for this series of films.
I didn't expect that coming from you.
No, I'm totally with you on this one.
Yeah, you would have been bummed out when you didn't see Cars either.
Yeah, I'd have been like, oh my God. Well, I gotta tell you a
Like, dude,
real
you gotta
dumb
ride your horse
story.
there? Are you fucking serious?
Back when the pandemic was going on, do you remember that movie that came out, like The Wonderful Life of David Copperfield? It was like based on a Dickens book or some shit. I had no
Oh,
idea about it. And my dad wanted to go see it, and I was like, sure. But I thought it was about David Copperfield, the magician.
Hasn't he been Me Too or didn't he Me Too people?
Well, I maybe he did, but I had no idea. And I was like, I will literally see any movie, I don't care.
it
And it
sounds like
starts off,
Jeff's gardeners are me tooing him right now.
Yeah, I'm getting Me Too by my gardeners.
Oh my ass!
but it took me quite a while in the movie to be like, when's the magic gonna kick in here? Like, is he gonna start doing card tricks at some point? I was a little embarrassed.
It happens, Alex.
In
It
May
happens.
of 2024, The Guardian published an investigation in which 16 women accused Copperfield of engaging in sexual misconduct and inappropriate behavior between the late 1980s and 2014.
Do you think he did it all
Wow.
magician like? Like he had,
Well, he
he,
did
he had
make
like a
the
table.
Statue of Liberty disappear. Was that one of them?
You think he went up to ladies and he like put a tablecloth over his dick and he was like, "All right, watch. I'm gonna put this tablecloth over my pants," and then he like rips it off real quick and now behold a boner.
Uh, it seems like he was more in the making drugs disappear inside the women somehow and then
Oh,
reappear.
he was a Cosbyer.
He was a
Oh Jesus! Took me a second there. Oof, rough.
Where'd the roofie go? I don't know. And then it turns up in her drink.
Well, it's a little different, I guess, if you give a heads up.
Well,
Like if I was hanging out with somebody and they're like, "Oops, where'd my roofie go?" I'd be like, "I think I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water somewhere." um,
are you jerking off, Jeff?
oh, I'm gonna guess.
Hear me.
What is happening?
I didn't hear
What
you.
did he-
You're kind of going in and out.
Nope, can't hear you now.
He's doing a
Yeah.
mime act.
All right, Jeff.
I'm relocating. This is unbearable. They're like outside my fucking window. Hold on.
How funny would that be if they were like MSPH fans? They're like, "Oh man, we got to schedule down perfectly." Well,
We're getting a tour of Jeff's apartment.
yeah, this is cool. So while Jeff is traveling here, Alex, I don't know. I mean, I think we brought this up briefly just during Queef or No Queef, but I have decided to attempt to take the month off of THC.
Oh,
So no
how's that
smoking.
going for you? Is it this month or are you doing February? What month are you doing?
No, just now. I'm starting my 2025 off cannabis free because I used to take breaks every now and then, and Geoff and Shuddy every time I would do one would rip on me. Sometimes it's just I don't know to let my brain sort of recalibrate or something, and I took a little bit of time off when I first moved to LA because my life was already very panicky, so every time I would smoke, it would just intensify it, and I would be like, "Oh my God, what did I do? I just moved thousands of miles away from my friends and family, and I feel like I'm just on the moon." I took a break after my dad died because that was kind of like freaking me out when I would smoke.
I can imagine that. Yeah.
But like I even I've seen even Tommy Chong will say that like he sometimes just takes weed breaks just to.
Well, doesn't Doug Benson say that every year? Like he does one.
I don't know if he does weed, but I know he takes some time off from alcohol.
But yeah, I think that's always good to do. I don't know. I don't think doing that's a bad thing. I mean, you're missing out on a lot of fun, but
I
one
am.
month of a little less fun.
I mean, 2023 was a cool year because I made John Cooper. 2024 was kind of like the post-production year and trying to line some shit up. And now it's just like, all right, the movie is shot, the movie is finished, it's entered in a bunch of festivals. I need to be as productive as I possibly can to try and tee up the next big thing. So I kind of just want to, I'm jumping around all over the place, but like my mom has arthritis in her neck, and it makes it like it's really fucking painful for her, and she kind of has to turn like the Michael Keaton Batman, like she has to.
Oh yeah,
She
she's
has
got
to turn
like
her
the
whole
cowl.
body, and it fucks with her sleep. So she's waking up like every 45 minutes because of her neck pain, and if you're sleeping for 45 minutes at a time, you're not getting well rested at all. So I was giving her gummies and shit, and they were helping her sleep through the night. But she was like, I kind of just try and take like aspirin or something before I go to bed now, because I would just wake up feeling groggy. So even though the only time I really smoke during the day is just late at night when I'm about to go to bed, I want to kind of ungroggy myself a little bit.
There's kind of that fog with it, right?
Yeah. I want to, it's, my life has kind of become terrifying. My only source of income is fucking my cut of the Patreon. So like, it's
and
like
all the glory hole tips.
well, that too. But it's just it's anxiety ridden. My life has become really anxiety ridden because it's like, if I don't sell this movie, I am absolutely fucked. Just bent over, no spit, fucked. And every week that goes by with no movement, my anxiety just sort of piles over on top of itself. And it's getting to the point now where I'm driving myself insane. So every day that I can look back on what I did, and I know it's only, the 6th of January. By the way, happy January 6th, everybody. It has been a very productive 6 days. I haven't really taken any days off. I've been getting a lot of writing done. I've been making some headway. I'm reaching out and trying to get some sort of representation to see if maybe having an agent will help me sell the movie quicker. So I feel like as long as I can, at the end of the day, if I look back and I'm like, oh, I actually did a lot of shit today. Like Mondays, I always feel good because it's like, oh, okay, I did a podcast, I did a Patreon show, got it all edited and uploaded, spent a really good majority of my day being productive. That is the one thing that fucking keeps my anxiety and crippling existential fear at bay. It's just knowing that I used my waking moments to the fullest. So I'm trying my damnedest now. I'm doing like one last pass on Zombie Beach Party because Mr. Goober and myself are going to try and do a little something with that. So I want to get it as polished as possible before we reach out to a few people that might be interested. So I've been working my ass off on doing another pass on that. I got the short film that's almost finished writing. I've just got to put the last few finishing touches on it. If I can get that shot and edited and finished, that'll keep the demons at bay. But the one thing that sucks is every time I take a weed break, my fucking dreams are so intense, they wake me up like 14 times a night. Like going to bed stoned is the one thing that keeps me from dreaming, and my sober dreams are so fucking realistic. They're not even necessarily anything interesting happening in them. They're just so realistic. I don't feel like I went to bed. I feel like I was just doing stuff. Yeah, they're incredibly vivid. There's nothing really all that substantial happening except the one time where I had a dream that Jeff's brother came out as trans, which was kind of funny. But outside of that, they're very menial. It's like I had a dream last night that they made a sequel to Back to the Future. They made a fourth Back to the Future movie. And
Well, that's kind of an exciting dream. I sometimes have dreams about movie sequels. Those are like the best ones to have, though. I had one once where it was like a super vivid one, like you're describing, where my friend had been murdered and I was the suspect. And I was like, what the hell? And I woke up being like, oh, Matt, you're dead.
But yeah, that's how I'm choosing to start 2025. Did you guys make any sort of resolutions or anything?
I have not. I never stick to them, so I haven't made any. Just gonna see, hope for the best.
I don't know. I don't generally make resolutions. Like if I want to do something, I just kind of do it. And if it lines up with New Year, great. But normally I'm just like, well, I'm not going to wait to make a change, you know? I'm just like, I'm going to just activate that.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't really strike me as a resolution guy.
No, I have the same boring answer as Shuddy. I want to lose weight, but I don't want to like, I don't know. I don't want to like put a goal out there or say something that I won't be able to like stick to. My hope is that I can lose like 50 pounds by August. I'm trying to do like a little family vacation every August. We got together in Saratoga last August for my grandmother's memorial, and which was right around the time of her birthday and my uncle's birthday and his father's birthday. It's kind of crazy. And my mother's birthday. They're all born like a week apart in August. But so we're going to do that again this year. And I would like to lose weight, even though it's not going to be like a beach event. We're probably going to do Saratoga again. I mean, I have sports betting goals, but like those don't change with the year.
Is more gambling.
Well, I mean, you know, I want to have a winning year in a couple different sports. So, but I mean, that's not like specific to 2025. Obviously, I do have to lose some weight and develop healthier habits. I've went to the gym 5 out of the 6 days so far this year.
No shit.
I'm trying to go like realistically like 5 or 6 days a week.
I started running again.
Oh, nice. How's that going?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, running is fucking horrible.
It was like if you can lose weight one of two ways. You can go for runs a whole bunch, or you can use the discount code Shuddy and shove this manhole-sized girthy dildo up your ass. I'd be like, let me stop you right there. Where's the dildo? Promo code Shuddy. Because I hate it. Every second of it is fucking torture. For any wiener that's like, oh, there's a runner's high. Like, have you tried ecstasy? Do you know what high means? Because all I have is misery. I'm trying to start slow because like when I lost all that weight for that Ellis Mania fight that I was training for, I was running like 5 miles a day, and I've been trying to prime myself and just, you know, ease into it, and 2 miles has been hell. Utter fucking hell. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Running sucks. I can feel my fucking titties flopping around like I'm in Baywatch. It's embarrassing.
A couple of counterpoints. I agree with you for the most part. I do believe in the runner's high thing. I used to like to smoke pot before running, and then I would have like a marijuana high that kicked into a runner's high. And I got up like the most that I would do would probably be like, there was a couple of days where I did 5 miles, but I'd mostly just hit like a 5K, like what is it, 3.2 miles, something like that. And I like the feeling I have after running 4 or 5 miles or whatever beats any other post-workout feeling. Like I just feel like, hell yeah, yes, I did that. That was awesome. Like I'm so happy I was able to do that, because running fucking sucks. I'm with you. Like it's just not fun. It's embarrassing. Like
boring.
My fat is fucking bouncing around. I am fucking, I feel like shit. I look like shit. The whole thing is just not fun. Good looking people are running past me. It's like, oh, fuck you, piece of shit.
Yeah, and
I love this.
Our friend Bonnie is a big runner. Like she does like multiple marathons a year. And I'm so jealous.
I can't imagine.
I'm so jealous. I wish like I loved running that much. I wish I loved anything that was good for me as much as I love all the things that are bad for me.
Yeah. I started doing my gym workouts. I'm starting to do 50 minutes of cardio. I'm doing 25 minutes of elliptical and 25 minutes of hot girl cardio, which is just like an incline at a walk. I actually like something you said to me when I first moved out here in California. I think you heard this from the Ellis show, Kevin, but I think the Ellis show and like people that he's had on called like the elliptical bitch shit. And like that got in my head and I was like, oh yeah, elliptical is for pussies. And I stopped doing it. But like when I like at the peak of my fitness, when I lost like 100, I lost more than 100 pounds in a year. I was doing the elliptical every day. And it's just like, you know what? Like, fuck it. It might be gay for most people. And there are definitely better, more tougher cardio sessions to do. But like, if I can play 2 or 3 days of basketball or two days of basketball, 2 basketball sessions a week, get in that regular elliptical, get the lift in, like I'm going to be happier and like, fuck it. I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we're
I've
old
seen
now.
results.
We're old. I could give a flying fuck if like spinning around in public wearing a pink tutu in circles like burned a shitload of calories. I would do that. I don't give a flying fuck.
Well, I was in the.
It does burn a shitload of calories.
Yeah, I wouldn't do Zoom. Was it Zuma? What's the one? Zumba. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but I get your point for the most part.
Alex, you're a very fit dude, and you were fit when we first met you. You know, years and years and years ago. But you used to be a chunky guy. It's like it's weird. Whenever you show me pictures of you when you were heavy, it's almost like I don't believe it.
I don't believe that he was ever chunky.
I used to be like 220. Now I'm 155.
What?
Man, 220 probably looked terrible on you too, huh?
Oh yeah, I look terrible. I had like no neck.
He looked like Ryan Reynolds in Just Friends. It's weird.
Yeah, that was basically like a good way to describe it. Like a Ryan Reynolds with just if you see a photo of my dad, that's kind of what I looked like. Like it's like my neck kind of disappears if I gain too much weight.
It doesn't look real though. It almost looks like you're wearing prosthetics. I'm not saying like you looked enormous. It just doesn't look. It looks like it was a role in a movie.
Yeah, it definitely does. Especially since I'm younger too. Like it's hard to believe. They're all on my Facebook page. I'll have to track them down. I don't have them on my phone or anything.
But it's also kind of cool. Like, I mean, shout out to you. You've kept it off. Like, I've never seen you yo-yo and go back. You've just been
how have you kept it off?
Well, it's a few things really. One big thing was like I cut out everything that I drink but water, basically. Like I have alcohol, of course. Like I'll have whiskey and a beer sometimes, but like I don't order a soda at restaurants. I just order water. I don't have orange.
Did you drink soda and cut that out?
I drink a ton of soda before.
Yeah.
And that was like a huge factor.
That was the thing first. I think that helped Shuddy too, but I've had a few friends that like went from soda to no soda and like dropped 25 pounds in like a month and a half. It was just like quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lost a lot of weight once I cut out the soda. And I didn't and I also said it was only going to do water. So like breakfast, there was no like juice or milk or anything. So I only just basically kind of just have water throughout the day, and it makes it a little easier to like watch what you eat when you're not like drinking your calories as much. And I do jujitsu. I do that like 3 or 4 times a week. I've been doing that for like 7 years. Got my purple belt this year.
So
hell
that's
yeah. Exciting.
Congrats, dude.
Congrats, dude.
Thanks. But yeah, so I do that. I do like, this is kind of dumb, but between like work projects, if I'm working from home, I have a pull-up bar, so I'll just knock out like 6 pull-ups.
That's actually, you know what? You kind of just stumbled into a New Year's resolution that I kind of have. I want to start doing like push-ups every half an hour, sit-ups every half an hour. If I can do like 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups per day.
Yeah, I've
that
done
would be
the
like
same
a reasonable goal.
I worked my push-ups back in too. So I've started running, started doing the push-ups again. My goal is because like I don't gain. I've discussed this till I was blue in the face. I don't gain weight well. It all goes to like my tits and my stomach. I do technically have gynecomastia. I have the fucking
a vagina.
Scientifically, I have titties. I have fucking man boobs. It's because whenever I gain weight, it goes to like my fucking nips. So I have poofy fat nips that show through most shirts. So like that's one of the reasons why I mostly just wear black, because you can't really see it. And I wear undershirts too, almost as like a girdle.
A bra.
A sports bra.
Yeah, it's like a sports bra. It's like a girdle for my fat poofy nips. And they're
You
not
fucking homo.
they're not fat and poofy like when I'm cold, like when I get out of the shower. They shrink down and I have normal nips. Same thing when I lost all that weight when I was training for boxing. When I lost weight, my fucking nips went back to normal. But now I have, a bunch of shirts that I cannot wear because it looks like someone taped fucking 2 Hershey Kisses, or like I have cotton balls under my shirt. So like,
Do you think it's like a muscle versus skinny thing? Like, do you think like you would be better at carrying weight if you like did like if you had like bigger muscles to like fill out yourself? Like, if you lost a bunch of weight, would you just kind of feel a little skin and bones, or would you wanna
no,
like
no,
try to?
I do want like some definition. Like, and I did have like, I wasn't ripped or anything, but I was toned. So I wasn't flabby. I had like, you could see like a little bit of my abs. I did have like a little bit of a 4-pack or 6-pack going, but I had pecs. And my fucking poofy ass nips went away. So that's what I want. I want to get rid of my poofy ass nips. That's probably like my biggest resolution, is to get rid of my gynecomastia. I straight up Googled it the other day. I was like, I am a man. Why do I have poofy nipples? And it's like, that is...
I mean, dude, why do I have Havana Gingers?
And it's straight up said, like, that is a form of male gynecomastia. You have man boobs. It just goes to your fucking nips. So if I don't do push-ups and if I don't have pecs, I have fucking medically diagnosed fucking tits.
Damn, his name was Robert Paulson.
And it's not even that. It would be different if I just had like supple tits and normal nipples, it wouldn't bother me that much. But the poofy nips bother me so fucking much. And I mentioned this the other day too. Like I got a gift certificate. So like we went to the mall and I tried on this shirt and I really liked it. And I could 100% see my fucking nips through it. And Carl was kind of like, eh. She's like, hey, try this one on. And I tried a different shirt on. And it was nice. I liked it. And I'm like, be honest with me. You didn't like the other one because you could see my nipples through it, right? And she's like, yeah. So, yeah, I do need to just get rid of the boobies. And if I just keep the push-ups up, it'll happen. I have to stick to it. And I think that's why it kind of is easier to make it a resolution, because it's like a finite date. It's like turn in a page, it's a new leaf, it's a new year. Just fucking make this the year you don't have gynecomastia.
Well, I did push-ups for a while, and I worked up to doing like 800 a day.
Oh my God, Alex.
Yeah, and it was real slow. And it was like, I basically set the goal of like every hour I'm going to do 10. And every hour I did 10. And then like a week or two later, I would be like, okay, now it's 12, then like 15, then like 20 or whatever. And I was working up, and my like sets were like 2 sets of 40 every hour. So I was like able to get in a lot, and it was just spread out throughout the day. I'd do them over like 8 to 10 hours, but
how many do you do now?
Not very many. I'll do like pull-ups more than anything. Maybe I'll get in like 20 to 25 pull-ups a day sometimes.
Dude,
Maybe.
my
goal is like if I could get like 100 pull-ups a week, I would be really, really happy.
Well, I was doing like 50 a day.
Pull-ups?
Yeah. And it got to the point where like I could do
like wide arm. Like how many would you do at once?
I don't know if I don't think I was doing them like super wide. I was just doing them like kind of like regular style, but like I could do like 12 to 15 at a time.
Oh, that's great.
And it was like I think that's when I started seeing like the biggest results. But I don't.
Yeah. Well, when you like do that stuff, like pull-ups and stuff, and like push-ups to failure, I think that's what you're supposed to do, like once a week or something. Jeff might know more than I do, because he's a lot more like knows a little bit more about like workout stuff. But I always thought like once a week you're supposed to like completely go to like failure, being like, I'm gonna do as many pull-ups as I can or as many push-ups as I can until I'm just like done with it, like until my body says no, and then like you rest or whatever.
Yeah, it was also, I don't know, man. I used to be a subscriber to Men's Health. That shit changes with fitness and health once every like couple of years, and I just didn't bother to keep up. I just know what I'm doing is wrong.
And then I realized I was only subscribing for the pictures.
Come on. Don't make gay jokes. That was off the time. We're having a good conversation.
But yeah, I tried getting back into the pull up game years ago when around the time when I first moved into Studio City, and I had one doorway where the fucking pull up bar would fit, and I ripped the goddamn molding off the top of it. And then the place that I live in now, the doorways are all really really tall, and there's no they're wide. Every fucking door in here is gigantic, so it does not fit a pull up bar. And I do not trust the ones that go just in between.
Oh, I don't either.
No, that I'm going to do a pull up, and I'm going to rip that fucking thing off and bash myself in the nose with it.
Oh yeah, and then you're just gonna topple to the ground and like fold over yourself and break your ankles.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of my plan for the year. I want to start with a clear brain, cut the weed out for a little bit, suffer through the shitty weird dreams, up my exercise, and hope that because they always say, a clear mind, and if you're exercising regularly, you're thinking clearer, your mind works a little bit quicker, and just hope that translates into some sort of success. Because if 2025 is another dud for me, that could be the end of things. It could just be
move
like
to Nebraska with me.
Wait, say it again. Say it again. I'm sorry. I was looking at something. You said if 2025 something end of you?
If 2025 is a dud, that could be just the sign I need to just retreat, I guess you could say. Like just give up. Like I don't want to be that guy who's in his 50s still practicing in the garage with the band, be like, this is the year we fucking make it. It's like, maybe you should have just, gone into data entry. Like that might be the sign to be like, all right.
There's cooler jobs you could get if you didn't want to do this anymore. And I mean, you could still always make films. One thing you could do is you could write all your short scripts, but also adapt them into short comics too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've tried so much at this point that this will be the year I finally listen to the universe. I feel like the universe has been gently tapping on the shoulder and be like, dude, you're not making it in the creative world. The podcast. What, are you going to get a 9 to 5? Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And on the side, pursuing your a filmmaking career.
Yeah, but I had on paper a cool job for a really, really long time, and I was on the side pursuing this. I'm going to be 43 this year. I have no fucking training in anything else. What job could I do? I didn't graduate from college. I couldn't become an accountant. I couldn't, I can't go be a doctor.
You could tour around with bands, be a tour manager. You're obsessive enough to organize things.
I suppose.
Yeah.
You like band T-shirts, so you'd be good at being no, we're not having that design. Yes, we are having that design.
Any chance
he doesn't like that side of things?
Any chance you can go back to school? Or what
would you want to do, Kevin? If you could do if you could go back and I have to get a career job, what would you want?
I have no idea. Ever since I was a little kid, all I wanted to do was be an entertainer in any way,
do you still
shape,
do
or form.
art? Did you want to do something artistic? You could do I don't know, graphic design.
So, Pam, why don't you draw a tip here on this receipt for us?
Are you going to go back to doing trying stand up?
Again, all the things you guys are mentioning are creative.
Right, but you said you're going to give 2025 a shot. Is your last shot? What are you going to do in 2025 to manifest this? Are you going to go back to comedy?
Probably not. Just because I see what it takes. Being friends with Dustin, who is just, it has to be your only grind. You have to just be doing stand-up non-fucking stop. And with all the other things I have going on, I can't dedicate the time to it to give it enough respect to where anything could possibly come from it. Like, it really has to be your fucking thing. And I don't have, like, if I'm working on all this other stuff, like trying to get John Cooper made, trying to see if I can make this short and see if that gets any cool attention. This push with Zombie Beach Party, like, I those things would get in the way of like the amount of time I would need to put into stand up for it to garner anything worthwhile.
I don't have a lot more information on this, but I have had friends recommend programming school to me, and not like it's not like a 4-year, like you don't have to go to a university
like
for it.
Camps.
Yeah, and that could like kind of get you on the professional direction.
That could be the thing. Like if August rolls around and it's like, all right, there's clearly nothing going to happen in these last remaining months that's going to turn the tide here. Maybe just take computer classes and stuff, and then 2026, leave writing, leave directing, leave podcasting behind, and just be a computer guy and get a 401k and stuff.
Whoa.
Running some podcasts. Like, you could probably like be like, oh, I'll I don't know, like run the back end or record people's podcasts, or you could do stuff like that.
Let's keep the podcast thing going. We'll just, organize the schedule a little bit better.
I know you're taking a break. What if you went and worked for like a cannabis company?
I don't know. I guess I don't love weed enough to where I'm at the point where I'm like getting all scientific about it and like being a fucking weed sommelier. Like I'm a lightweight. I don't know what sort of help I could be to people.
I don't know. You wouldn't necessarily like be like a front end person. You could do other things. You could, I don't know, maybe like run their like social media or digital back end, or
again, I don't know if that's a career that keeps the lights on.
Guess that's a fair concern.
Yeah. Either way, it's if this year doesn't pan out, 2026 is the era of desk job Kevin.
What about going to like an old folks home and going to
I'm not that old, Alex.
No, not you, but like going there and pretending you're like their grandkids and it's your birthday and seeing if any of them are just be like, oh, sure, here's $20.
Oh, I just scammed.
Con artistry. I love that idea for you, Kevin.
Yeah, become a con artist, Kevin. Like, do an Ocean's 11 scam. Rob a casino. I'm in Vegas. Like, I can do some groundwork for you. You want me to take some photos of like some slot machines or something?
I mean,
it would be easier for Kevin to become a fucking doctor or an astronaut than to rob a fucking Vegas casino.
Yeah, Clooney barely pulled it off, and he knew what he was doing.
He had a whole fucking team. I'm not joining Kevin on that mission. Yeah. I won't be part of Kevin's 11.
Yeah, Bernie Mac's dead. What am I going to do?
Pour some liquor out. God, too soon.
Call it the Craft 2. It's just you and Shuddy.
Shuddy's got a decent enough job. I don't think he's ditching that for the heist game.
He probably wants an exciting like adventure in life.
Well, either way.
Dude, be like your Tom Sizemore in Heat.
I know we work a lot of movie discussion into the show, but there's been some pretty heavy-hitting TV shit happening. Did you guys watch the new season of Squid Game?
Not yet.
I'm 3 episodes in. It's not as good as the first one so far, but it's still interesting or entertaining.
Yeah, it got to the point where, if you haven't seen season 1, spoiler alert, not that many returning characters for season 2. And that was one of the things that made season 1 so good, aside from just like a fucking awesome premise. There were really, really great characters. And, you get attached to these people and then they get fucking killed off and you're just like, oh, fuck. And a huge part of that show is like the shock factor and just the heart-wrenching of getting connected to somebody and then they get killed off. And season 2, I was just like, I don't know if they're going to be able to catch lightning in a bottle twice, but I really fucking dig it. I've been seeing some people kind of, not necessarily Jeff's take, where like I'm enjoying it, it's just not as good as season 1, but some people are just straight up shitting on it. And it's like, I mean, I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, but they've already announced season 3, and it's going to start. It's going to hit Netflix in June. So they clearly filmed these seasons back to back. It does kind of feel like this is a. It's also, I think, going to be the final season. So it's clearly like just a to be continued at the end of season 2. But I could see that being something that would maybe make you think season 2 is a piece of shit. But I don't know. Carl and I both really enjoyed it. I think the new characters were really fucking interesting. There's some good humor worked into it. It's not just a wash, rinse, repeat of season 1. I think the new elements are working for it. I think it's cool.
Did you watch it dubbed or subtitled?
Subtitled. I've watched so much subtitled stuff now that now when it's dubbed, it just seems weird to me.
Well, the first one wasn't. It was subtitled to begin with, right?
I mean, I watched the first one subtitled.
So did we. But now this one it defaults, I think, to dubbed. Did you change it, or I'm just going off of what Bradley said?
No, I mean, I still watch it subtitled. I don't know if you guys checked out the James Gunn Creature Commandos on HBO, like the new launch of the.
I've been watching that.
I watched the first couple episodes, which I enjoyed, but I gotta catch up on the rest of them. But been enjoying that. I think that's pretty dope.
No, that is really good.
I have not checked out the prequel season to Dexter because I did really enjoy Dexter for the first 4 seasons, and I still watched it even though every season after that was a bit of a drop-off. But I've seen some people saying that this new season fucking rules, which is surprising to me, so I do want to check that out. And then, I don't know if... Probably Alex is the only person there is a fighting chance for this, but have you watched any of Skeleton Crew, the new Disney series? Star Wars?
No, I haven't checked that one out yet.
That one's actually kind of cool. I feel like they've never really done, I mean, it's obviously just like a combination of Star Wars and Goonies, where it's like just young kids in the Star Wars universe getting sent off on an adventure, kind of centered around a bit of a treasure hunt.
I guess I thought it looked kind of kiddie. I was like, oh, this is going to be a little too young adult for me. So it still is fun to watch.
I think so. It's not, the greatest thing in the world, and obviously they're never going to make kids programming with a little bit of bite to it like they did with the Goonies. Like I feel like kids stuff has been more like you used to get away with like a few shits and maybe a fuck thrown in and stuff that was still geared towards kids, but now it's all just like so sanitized that it's tough to have any sort of crossover where like I feel like kids and adults could enjoy the Goonies back in the day, but now if it's something's for kids, it's just like, yeah, it's just fucking straight up for kids. There is zero edge to anything.
Yeah, it's hard to find that crossover anymore.
That being said, Skeleton Crew, still kind of fun. Jude Law's really good in it. It's a side of like the Star Wars universe that's never really been explored, and just for that unique take on it, makes it kind of enjoyable. There's an episode that's directed by the Daniels from Everything Everywhere, so they did bring some cool creatives into it. But I guess I don't know, Jeff. I know pretty much all you watch is just fucking true crime, white girl, fucking vanilla latte shit.
Yeah, I don't know anything you just said. Like none of those shows you brought up, I've never heard of any of them. So I'm mostly just sports. Yeah, watch some true crime. I'm into Squid Game. You know what? I am going to make my new thing starting tonight. WWE Raw is going to Netflix, so I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to start mixing in some wrestling.
Are you worried?
Wrestling.
Are you worried that
wrestling.
You will be lost because you're not up to date on the storylines? These?
I think, and I don't want to speak for you, Jeff, but Jeff and I are the same type of WWE fans currently. Since it's been on the cock, you can watch the pay-per-views for free.
Oh,
So
yeah.
So we've popped in. Jeff and I have talked about it. We've popped into a couple of the pay-per-views. So there's a very basic understanding of who the bad guys and who the good guys are.
Yeah, I don't really need the context to enjoy myself. Just get high and watch the show.
Yeah, isn't I have some friends who are really into wrestling, and we watched some recent event I watched with them, and it was like everyone's related to The Rock now, and now there's like a family feud where like part of The Rock's cousins are fighting the other side of The Rock's cousins, and then on one of the teams there's just some random Irish guy.
Yep, yeah.
I think that's all accurate. Yeah,
that's my interpretation of
it's John Cena's farewell tour this year. He's having a pretty similar approach to entertainment as Kevin, or at least sports entertainment. He's just going to give 2025 one last go, and then he's going to ride off into the sunset.
I mean, I can't believe that the Undertaker's still going for it with just how destroyed people get over time by staying in the business. And he's like, what, like 84?
But he's also not really wrestling.
Oh, he isn't?
Yeah, he just never went through the retirement thing. Apparently, John Cena's like, well, Cheech explained to me, like, he's going to be in the WWE this year. Like, this is like no bullshit. He's doing a year, but then he's done. Undertaker has never like said I retired. Shit, Ric Flair recently was like, I got one more match left in me.
Oh my God.
Dude. Yeah,
I feel like if that guy gives one over enthusiastic woo, he's gonna like pull his back out.
But there can't be anything to simulate that kind of like rush. You know what I mean? To perform in front of 20,000 people and fucking chant your name. Like,
and get that pop.
Yeah.
As they call it in the business.
Right. I mean, it's probably fucking sick, dude. Like none of us can imagine.
The corniness and the silliness of the soap opera element to it all, like the storylines and stuff, is very easy to mock and roll your eyes at. But the moves they do in the ring are beyond impressive. That shit's really fucking cool looking.
Well, yeah,
I can't lie about that.
Like every moment in wrestling is like it's almost built up to be the most important moment. Like everything's trying to like always compete, it feels like. But then you get into the ring and people are like jumping in trash cans and shit and backflipping over things and all that sort of stuff. And you're just like, dang, there's some like when the over enthusiastic makeup and the shiny costumes are stripped away, like these people are like spending hours doing dangerous backflips all day.
It's some G shit, yeah. But yeah, to your point, like every fucking pay-per-view I'll parachute into, it's the greatest Royal Rumble ever. It's the greatest WrestleMania card ever. It's like, what? I've been hearing that for my entire life. Like, that's not even possible. But
like every stare down, every handshake, like every moment is just drawn out to be like this movie-esque thing. Like, I remember watching it, and it was like one of the Rock's cousins and the CM Punk were on the same team, and there was just like these like, if you just cut out all the time they were just spending staring at each other like very seriously. I'm sure that was probably like an hour of the pay-per-view.
That you're talking about Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Roman Reigns and CM
when
Punk.
They were locked in the cage together, and it would just cut back and forth to them just mean mugging each other from opposite sides of the little cage they were in.
Yeah, just all that, and I was like, if you just compiled all that, how much would that add up to of this event?
Have they ever explained what the CF stands for in CF Punk?
CM.
It's CM.
Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. Cock Muncher.
You're like rep Chicago. I wonder if the C is something Chicago.
I know he's big into comics. He's written some comic books and stuff.
He's big into comics. He's big into hardcore and punk. Like, he rolls with a lot of punk bands.
He's Shuddy Boy's spirit animal.
CM Punk is cool. Cheech was telling me that him and Seth, this guy Seth Rollins, are fighting tonight at WWE, the Raw debut on Netflix, and he said like the promo that they cut was pretty fucking sick. Like they were dropping some disses that You didn't think they would talk about
Like when
Seth Rollins called CM Punk out for like switching to the other federation and taking the money and just saying how much of a dud it was, how fucking stupid he looked. It's like, damn.
I miss the
It's like
days
CM.
when the Rock would call somebody a hermaphrodite as a insult.
Oh, he's the greatest promo.
You fucking hermaphrodite.
He's the greatest at promos ever.
He
Awesome.
always has been. CM stands for chick magnet.
Oh, of course. How was that not our first guess?
Chick magnet
So,
tongue.
It's like LL
terrible.
Cool
So
J.
it was. So what happened is it was him, CM Punk, and CM Venom when he started, and they were a tag team called the Chick Magnets. So it was Punk and Venom, and they threw the CM in front of it. And
That's
it just
awesome.
Stuck.
It's like Ladies Love Cool J.
Yeah.
Yep. Ladies love Cool James, buddy. It's James is the J. Ladies love Cool James.
Jameson.
Even though his name is Todd.
Yeah, but Ladies Love Cool Todd doesn't have the same ring to it. I don't know if Cool and Todd ever go hand in hand. Alex,
But you know what does go hand in hand?
the question I was about to ask Alex.
Probably. You're probably gonna like whatever that is more than what I was gonna do. So
We can circle back with that later. But I know what you're dropping at, Shuddy, because I do believe it is time for NFL Pick Them.
That's exactly what I was referring to.
We have thems to pick.
We're winding down.
Thank God. Thank fucking God.
There is still 4 more weeks of picks.
Oh.
But the regular season is over. The amount of picks we have left and the amount of time Geoff has to close the gap is quickly shrinking.
All right, well,
Window's closing.
let's get
Window
to it then.
is closing. So week 18, we had the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 69ers. The Lions won. Geoff lost as he picked the 69ers.
Using some game theory. Blew up in my face.
The 69. The Cincinnati Bungholes versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Cleveland Brown Eyes versus the Baltimore Edgar Allan Poes. We all picked the Bengals and Ravens, who were the winners.
Nice.
Then we get to the New York Football Giants taking on the second stringers of the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, God! The spread Eagles beat the Giants. Oh, God!
Worst season in Giants history. 14 losses, most losses. I think that's partially due to the 17-game schedule. And it's the first time we've never beaten a team in division. Disgrace.
Who did I pick for that one, Shuddy?
You picked the Eagles. Geoff is the only one that picked the Giants. He was going to pick the Eagles, but he just couldn't do it against the
meatball.
Understandable. However, Kevin, you picked incorrectly in the last game where the Seattle Seahawks beat the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in the special ed games,
Oh,
Geoff canceled out both of his losses this week with 2 wins. So Geoff correctly picked the Colts to pick the Jags and the Cardinals to beat the 69ers.
I'll pop off a piece of my dick.
Cardinals
So that
one of my best bets of the week. One of the few winners I had.
So that gives Geoff and I a 5-0 record for the week. Kevin went 4-1.
yeah, Shuddy's watching ahead.
So overall records: Kevin 69-43.
Boing,
Sweet.
yoing, 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 yoing.
Geoff
Nice number.
59-53. And I am 71-41. I have opened up a 2-game lead on Kevin. 12 games on Geoff.
Bunch of horseshit. All right, who are the thems we have to pick?
So the
Best
last
games this week.
the last Monday night game of the year is not. That's not true. None of that's true at all. There's actually There's actually no Monday night game this week.
But this week there isn't. There is one next week.
Yeah, there's not one tonight, so we're not picking the final game of Week 18. We're picking all wild card weekend games. So first we have the Los Angeles Chargers against the Houston Texans.
I'll take the Chargers.
Fuck, that's who I was going to take. Well, I'm going to stick with it. I'll take them too.
How about you, Alex? You get to make
Oh, I get
guest
to make
picks.
It was the Chargers and who again?
And the Texans.
Oh, I guess I'll go Chargers. I don't want to vote for Howdy Arabia.
Wow. I don't even know what that means, but that's a funny pun.
Calling Texas Saudi Arabia like Saudi Arabia. Like they're... I got you, Alex.
I like that. Yeah.
Alex, you got to be careful with these guys too, because sometimes they throw out fucking teams that don't exist.
I'm sure. How many?
That's
yeah,
not
like-
true. That's not true. Kevin does not believe the Las Vegas Raiders are a team. Kevin just cannot believe that the Oakland Raiders moved to Las Vegas. He thinks every time that that's come up, he disputes that is fact.
I mean, I
news,
hate to break
fake
it to you,
news.
Kevin. I did drive by their stadium like an hour and
No,
a
you didn't.
half ago.
Fake news.
The big Roomba, they call it.
Yeah, it
Kevin
does
just-
look like a big Roomba.
No, that was
For some-
that was the Sphere you drove by, Alex, and they were getting ready for their big fish concert.
He just will not accept it. Like he's a flat earther when it comes to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
Does it change? Does this change this information I'm going to give you change your opinion at all or your beliefs at all? I went to that stadium and watched the Raiders play a football game.
No, you fucking sheeple
Fair
need to
enough.
wake up and get red pilled like me.
Yeah,
fair,
like
fair enough.
You're
yeah,
being
Jeff
lied,
went to the
lied
stadium like Neil Armstrong went to the moon.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what that game you watched? That was shot by Stanley Kubrick, Jeff.
Who isn't dead? Dom knows the truth.
You saw the flag waving. It's not possible.
Yeah.
All right. Game 2, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Edgar Allan Poes.
I'm gonna go with the pose for some reason.
I'll go with the Ravens.
Well, I'm also picking the Ravens. But Jeff, because you're so far behind, whatever Alex's record is, we'll add to yours.
Oh, that's nice. I was gonna do what's the city of the Ravens?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. I'll do Pittsburgh. So Jeff is covered.
I mean, that's not come on.
It's the only one I'll
I'm
do it
texting
on.
you right now, Alex. I'm texting you. Yeah. Next game.
Yeah.
All right. Then we've got the Denver fucking Broncos versus the Buffalo Wild Bills.
I'll go Bills. I do like the Broncos to cover though.
You know what? This is where Jeff loses me. I'm gonna go with the fucking Broncos.
You're going with the Broncos. I'm taking the Bills. What about you, Alex?
I mean, I was gonna go Denver because I like Denver more. I wouldn't want to go to Buffalo as much.
Have you ever? I was hoping you've never been to Buffalo. No
No,
offense, T-Bone.
I've been to New York, but I've never been to Buffalo.
Completely
All right.
different towns.
The Green Bay Fudge Packers travel to the city of the Brotherly Shove to take on the Philadelphia Spread Eagles. I obviously am picking the Eagles to win that.
I am
Picking
too. I'm a
The
little
Eagles
nervous
to win that.
because the Eagles. It seems like they get too many wins on these pick thems, so you can't win them all. But for some reason, I think they will.
They went 14-3, sir. 14-3.
Yeah, they did get a lot of wins, didn't they?
Yeah, something smells fishy. But
Got as many wins as the Giants got losses.
but yeah, I'm with Shuddy. Spread Eagles.
I wonder if that's in any way connected to the gap in between me and Shuddy in the standings. I'll go with the Packers. I think they're going to cover. I think the game is more of a coin flip. Eagles have played fucking great at times this year. Though their ceiling is really high, but I don't know. I got a zag here, and I really do like the Packers in this matchup.
What do you think, Alex? Does Geoff talking about their ceiling do anything to you?
I mean, just to be inclusive, I'll vote for the Fudge Packers.
Well,
They
we've
can
covered
do
this
it.
before. Anything entering a butt is packing fudge, and ladies
Oh,
also
yeah,
have butts.
I mean, that is true. Ladies can have fudge as well.
So
Everyone has fudge.
yeah, if you fuck a lady in the ass, if you're a man and you fuck a lady in the ass, you are a fudge packer.
I mean,
I appreciate what you're trying to do, Kevin. But
Find the flaw in my logic, Shuddy Boy.
I'm not. It's not in your logic. It's not your logic that's flawed as much as society's connotation on the term. Like
We're taking it back.
you're-
We're reminding people that it is not an exclusively gay act. You
Yeah,
can make
you
love to
are-
a woman's butt.
you are absolutely trying to take the stigma off of that term, and
how about
it's
this?
commendable.
If I shoved a
but
cucumber,
it's-
if I shoved a cucumber in my own butt right now, I am fudge packing myself.
Yeah,
I don't know what
Yeah.
that dish did to my argument, though.
yeah, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I feel like it just. I don't think it strengthened it.
I mean,
I don't think I heard it though.
I
No,
feel like
you ended up pretty even there.
I think it would have helped if you used Carl's butt instead, but
I don't think she would have appreciated that, but
I mean, I feel like this is a Sisyphus situation.
you're a fucking Sisyphus. All right, what's the next game?
The next game is the Washington Clit Commanders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I like the Bucks.
I like the Clit Commanders.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bucks as well.
I'm gonna go with the Clit Commanders because I don't think a Buccaneer would be able to find the Clit.
Yeah. Nice. It was hard to tackle them, huh?
They'd be so tiny on the field.
All right, then we got the Minnesota Vikings against the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
Since I have invested in the Rams heavily this year, and the Giants are out, the Rams are Rams are an LA team. They're pretty much my favorite team. I need them to get to the Super Bowl, kind of financially speaking. So I'm going with the Rams.
Well, for that
I'm
reason,
casting this one.
for that reason alone, I will take the Vikings.
I'm also taking the Vikings.
Vikings
I
are
hope
my
you
dad's
both have-
favorite team, so I'll vote for them as well.
Parmesan.
I'm rooting against
poof.
both of you in 2025.
All right, Jeff. And in your special ed category, since there's not another game to choose.
Going golf? You get a golf
No.
head here?
Nope.
Pick a hockey game.
When just as we were recording, I looked up what the over-under was on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Love it. Let's do it.
So you have to pick over under 45.5 for Eagles Packers. That was the most even odds of all the over-unders for the games. So I figured that one's the most of a coin flip to go either direction.
Like it's 110 each way.
It's 102 over 45.5. Negative 102.
So what, minus 118 on the under?
Give me a
You
second.
guys sound like fucking math nerds.
Yeah, negative 118 on the under.
Yeah, I'll go under.
Okay.
I have no idea what just
That
happened.
locks it in. That the combined score between the Eagles and the Packers will be under 45.5 points.
Okay.
So the totals won't add up to 45.5. 46 essentially.
Sure.
You shouldn't have to
All right.
explain this anymore, Shuddy. This
Yeah,
is a fucking
I mean-
idiot.
Okay, he's just being difficult.
Well, we've picked them, right?
We have picked them. That's
Sick.
the end of the pick them for the then we'll be back next week for the divisional round.
Oh, good. Alex, is there anything on your checklist for while you're in Vegas? I know you have work shit tomorrow. Do you fly back tomorrow night? Or are you
I
staying
fly
another
back
day?
Wednesday night.
Holy shit.
So I got in Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, and I don't have to. My flight's not till about 6:10 on Wednesday, so I get a good chunk here.
Well, if you
I've kind of
haven't, you
hit
should
most of
go.
the stuff. I hit Meow Wolf. That was a lot of fun.
Meow Wolf.
Oh, you guys would love Meow Wolf. It's basically like they have one in Santa Fe, they have one in Vegas, there's one in Colorado, there's two in Texas.
Immersive art experiences and interactive exhibits.
Yeah, it's sort of like they all have different themes. Like the one in Santa Fe is like a house, and you go in this big house, and like you'll open up
Whoa.
under an oven, and the oven will be all hollowed out, and it'll be a tunnel to like a different part of this warehouse, and or you like go behind a closet, and like the same thing. The one in Vegas is Omega Mart, and it's like a shopping center. So you open the
Yeah,
I
Shuddy's
don't
got
know
some
the
pictures pulled up right here.
oh
that-
yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's basically just this, and you kind of just explore around. There's these huge warehouse facilities, and it's sort of like all these little interactive things, and
Sick.
they have little hidden bars in them too. So this is like the bar they have
Whoa.
there.
Seems like your type of thing, Kevin.
Yeah, I would 100% do that.
Well, also the place where this is at, also like I think it's this month or next month, the John Wick experience is opening up too. So there'll be like a John Wick thing there. They have like a huge complex. It's called Area 15 here in Vegas.
Some guy that looks like Keanu comes out and just puts you in like a fucking MMA hold and snaps your elbow backwards.
Yeah, and it's like stabs you in the butt.
Yeah, stabs your asshole with a pencil.
They like just spend like they throw knives at you at a library.
You got to go to that food place that Geoff and I went to. It's like Poo Poo's Chicken House or something.
Lolo's Chicken and Waffles?
Oh no. Hash House a Go Go.
Yeah,
Oh, I've been to Hash House a Go-Go. I've been to Hash House a Go-Go with you, Kevin.
Yeah, you got to go again.
I need to go
Yeah,
again.
he knows. He remembers that, of course. Saying you should go again.
Because I think I've been there like 3 times, and
Oh,
I want to make that like a thing. I mean, it'll definitely do hell in my battle against gynecomastia, but holy shit, is that place fucking delicious.
We went to a crazy good steakhouse. It was called Cleaver. And it was just, I don't know, it was one of those places you feel like a little bit of like old school mobster sitting in kind of thing. It's got that loungy feel to it. It's kind of all dark inside a little bit.
Are you a gambling
Me too.
Mayan at all?
Say that again?
Are you a gambling Mayan at all?
I gambled a little bit. I basically just did some sports betting. I bet on some of the hockey games, but that was pretty much it.
You're not gonna hit the slots?
They give you like when you check into whatever hotel, they always give you like $10 of slots. So I always go play $10 of slots and that's it.
And then promptly lose and
Yeah, pretty much half the time I get really bored and I just up the bet so I lose quicker because I'm like I want to be done with this.
Did you hear about Dominic's experience with the slot machines?
No, did he just like I can imagine Dom not liking them because they're not very intuitive. Like they don't explain how you win or what's going on at all.
Yeah, I think Dom was expecting like, a 1960s classic slot machine that virtually only exists in like a scratch off lotto ticket form now, where like it's like bar 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 and like, "Oh, you won."
Yeah.
But now
Or they're
it's
like
like
in the high limit rooms and they're like $5 a pole.
yeah, well, essentially he was like bummed out sitting down there that like, yeah, you can bet modest amounts, but you're only getting one line. If you really want to play the slots, you have to up it so you're getting coverage on all these lines, because half the time you pull the fucking lever and it almost looks like the reels are broken. It's like, wait a second, it stopped between a lemon and the bar. What the fuck does that mean? So Dom that took the wind out of his sails very quickly at his bachelor party.
I can imagine. The only thing like I kind of got into a little bit was some of the video blackjack. It was like 25 cents a hand and they gave me free beer for sitting there and I ended up making 50 cents. So I was like, great for me.
Well, just a reminder, Dom was already salty at that point because the slot machine wouldn't take his dollar bill.
Yeah, that was another thing out here. I had to keep getting $5 bills for all my dollars.
Yeah. He sat there and he kept putting it in and it kept spitting it out. And I go, Dom, it's not going to take that. And he goes, well, this isn't off to a very good start. Literally, that's what he said.
I just can imagine him saying that too, just so matter of factly.
Well, Alex, it was great having you back. I hope you have a great time in Vegas. I am very much looking forward to going back to Comic-Con with you this year.
Oh yeah, we're going to Comic-Con this year. I'm very excited for that as well. That's gonna make this we're gonna try to get like a nice ass hotel too.
Yeah, the badges are set. It is happening. It's
Illuminati meetup at Comic-Con.
Unfortunately, I feel like so many people that we used to go with don't even really go anymore. Like Seek isn't going this year, right?
No, Seek isn't going this year. I have a few friends that we can jump in with. My friend John has like a big group, so I was gonna see if you wanted to stay through Monday, possibly.
Well, Monday, MSPH Monday, I got to be back for that.
I guess that is true. We'd have to get back in the morning.
But I'm very much looking forward to some Vegas shenanigans. I don't know if I'll be able to eat acid again.
Eat ass?
That was, well, yeah, probably not that either. But I mean, as somebody who doesn't handle hallucinogens very well, I'm very surprised at myself for dropping acid at Comic-Con, which even if you are an old hand at hallucinogens, the most crowded place in the world is probably a bad idea for most people, but I survived with my sanity intact.
It also helps that you look around and you're kind of the coolest guy in the room.
I don't think I look very cool because I know I was wearing a white shirt and sweating profusely to the point where it was paper mache to me, and I'm sure everybody could see my poof nips.
You were wearing your sunglasses though.
I was, so I felt like there was a barrier between me and the real world, but it was still an interesting experience. That's a one and done, I believe, but who knows? Maybe I feel like
Didn't
the one
you do
time
the Resident Evil VR thing like that too?
Yes. Which, that was pretty cool. I did enjoy that. Maybe it'll be like, because this is going to be like, I think Comic-Con this year starts like the day after my birthday.
Oh yeah, I was gonna see like when your birthday kind of falls around it. So it's sort of like the post celebration, so we can kind of just keep the party rolling.
Yeah, I can see how well I handle partying at 43. Ugh. But the one year when we all stayed at like one big hotel, woke up on my birthday, and I don't know if it was you or Seek, but somebody just presented me with like a cereal bowl full of whiskey. And I just woke up to a bowl of whiskey in my face and just like, all right, fuck it, I'll just drink this.
That sounds about right.
That's a little bit more my speed.
I'll try to
these
make
days.
sure that happens again for you.
I don't know. Are you still slanging some stickers online? Can people check out your stuff?
Yeah, Space Eater Dreams. If you just search just all one thing on Etsy, like just Space Eater Dreams, it's on there. I got stickers on there. I got prints. A lot of fun stuff.
Is it eater or heater?
Heater, like a space heater.
Okay.
Do you want to kind of tease the D&D stuff? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote another.
Well, now that you
D&D.
fucking mentioned it, you
I know.
have
I mean,
to.
it's a podcast. You can cut it out, I guess. Yeah, I started writing a new D&D campaign that's pretty much done. It's going to be 3 parts, and I think we're going to do it on Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna work out the kinks and find a fun delivery mechanism for the Puminati, but it has been quite some time since we did a MSPH D&D, so that'll be fun to go back to.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait.
I've been writing a fun one. I think one that incorporates a lot of fun stuff for everyone.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna win this time.
You are gonna win, Jeff.
I take it too seriously, and you guys do not.
Jeff, you're gonna be instrumental in this one.
I take it very seriously, Shuddy. That's not fair.
Look, sometimes it is curated around our fucking immaturity. So that one time when Jeff got trapped in a pit and I wasted my turn by rolling the dice to poop on his head, it actually freed him.
Yeah, and the time you saved yourself from cannibals by throwing up and pooping so they wouldn't find you appetizing.
Yeah, Shuddy. But Jeff and I are both going to win. You're going to lose. That's right. F you.
But yeah, so I've been writing a bunch of those. I figured, yeah, obviously you guys will figure out however you want to release them, but I figured it would be kind of fun to do like a 3-part thing, kind of all connected. And if it goes well, maybe we can do like a monthly thing, maybe.
And that sounds exhausting for you, Alex.
Yeah, but it'd be worth it. It's be so much fun.
All right.
Exhausting things can be fun.
Hey, I'm not going to talk you out of a good time. Or the Puminati. But if you guys need more MSPH in your life and you just want to support the homies and keep MSPH afloat, please sign up for our Patreon. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Tons and tons of great stuff coming out every week. Alex has also been a huge help in tipping us off on some Dragon Ball Queef stuff where we watch the first episode or a episode of an anime series and get Jeff's thoughts on it. Was it you that suggested Dan to Dan?
I probably mentioned it to you. I think a lot of people mentioned Dan to Dan, though.
Man, I fucking love that.
It is a fun one. I like that one, too. I've been watching that one. I've been watching Ranma. There's a new one that I want to watch. It's all, like, mecha-based. It's like Rogue something. I can grab it real quick.
My homie Andrew put me onto one that he said has ninjas and Nugatos, and I was like, oh my god, say no more.
Yeah? Metallic Rogue is one I think I'm going to check out.
Nice. Well, yeah, there's 40-something episodes of Dragon Ball Queef, let alone all the other awesome shows that are on the $10 tier, like What the Fuck Did I Just Watch with Shuddy and Dom. New episode of that is coming out soon.
Yep, which we are recording tomorrow night. It's a Shannon Tweed film.
Oh, boy. Did somebody say
hold on.
Nugatos?
It is. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can remember the name of it. But it is 100% one of those. Maybe it's in my Letterboxd recently searched. Let's see.
Are you forgetting the name of the title that you're watching?
Yeah, which I don't have to remember. Dom does that.
Yeah. But yeah, check it out. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
Geoff for Records.
At Mr. Alex Wilson.
And
it's called.
Go ahead, Shuddy.
It's called Electra.
So not the what's Jennifer Garner one?
No. This is one's from 1996, and the synopsis is a billionaire named Roach.
So many billionaires
searches
named Roach.
For the secret serum which could turn an ordinary human into a super being.
I mean, that sounds enthralling. I'm actually jealous. I might watch that on my own. Oh my god, is she strangling either Danzig or Tommy Wiseau? What's happening on the cover?
It's exactly who that looks like, but nope. I'm going to assume that that's Roach.
Oh. Well, how could that not get you to subscribe? Check it out. Also, if you would like to snag one of these cool, fucking super sexy Second Coming of John Cooper posters that you can see behind Shuddy Boy and myself, you can go to etsy.com/shop/John Cooper movie. Jeff, if you need more of Jeff's sports ball insight, discussions, betting advice, Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
Yep. NFL season's winding down. Super wild card weekend this weekend. I'll be connecting with my buddies Dan Z and Scott Martin to break that down. Only a few more NFL podcasts remaining, though. Then I'm probably going to switch to golf and more NBA, but just subscribe. Subscribe to that Outkick Bets podcast. Hits your feed whenever I publish a new one.
Do it up. And also, if you would like to see this episode instead of just listening to it, you can always go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour and check it out there. Throw it up on your TV, whatever YouTube watchers do with their tubes. I don't know. It's up to you. But thank you all so much for listening. And until next time, something